evangelicals who support Donald Trump seem to excuse the fact that he engaged in extramarital affairs. They don't have a problem with the dozens of women who have come forward to accuse him of sexual assault or even rape. They have no problem with his financial crimes. They have no problem with his rhetoric. They have no problem that he puts children in cages at the border and some of them have died as a result. They don't care about any of that. They don't even pray about any of that, but they will pray about conspiracy theories in regard to the sex of Michelle Obama, our former first lady. This is one of the most disgusting stories I came across, and I can't believe that this is the kind of stuff that doesn't get challenged. While a story of anonymous sources alleging nonsense about Bernie Sanders will dominate the news cycle for days to come. Anyway. So what you're about to watch is an evangelical radio show host. Her name is Francine Fosdick, and she hosts Up Front in the Prophetic. It's a radio show, and during this recent broadcast, she hosted a prayer call, okay? About halfway through, she turned the call over to an intercessor only identified as Jamie. So what the hell is an intercessor? It is a Christian term for someone who prays to God on behalf of a different person. So they're about to do a prayer, and check out what they pray about.
Father, I thank you for exposing all of the corrupt book deals, not only Obama's, but Joe Biden's, Michelle. And speaking of Michelle, I don't know if you've seen this, but today ABC just had an article saying that she's been named the most admired woman in the world for the second year in a row. Father, I'm asking you that whatever plan they have to have Michelle or Hillary run for president, we call that canceled in Jesus' name. And I'm asking you, Father, that the true identity of Michelle Michael would be exposed. The true identity. Father, I'm asking you that whole family and that those children, they're not their children, and that they're children of Obama's best friend. Father, we ask you that whole lie would be exposed for the everyday person to see it in Jesus' name.
These are the people who want to force their morality on the rest of Americans. They want to determine what a woman can or can't do with her body based on their understanding of the religious doctrine, right? Look, I bring this all up because she's insane. She's insane.
Clearly.
They think that this is like that Michelle Obama is not actually a biological woman, and that she and Barack Obama don't actually have children together. The children that they're taking care of happen to be Barack Obama's friends' children. Like, and they're praying.
Obviously, you've got me so far. Yes, yeah. I mean, I don't.
The transphobic stuff with conservatives, I think it's super creepy.
I think it's eating their brains.
They think about transgender people in the worst possible way, incessantly. Like they can't get transgender people off their minds.
I don't understand why exactly.
I don't either. It's really
strange. And not one productive thought, not one compassionate thought, despite the fact that it's a religious themed broadcast. I'm going to assume that this is still a fringe belief, that it's not like the default evangelical position that Michelle Obama is just pretending to be a woman. I don't know that person. I hope to never know that person. I hope that that's just another grifter. And obviously in America, Christianity has had no end of people who are trying to get wealthy off of exploiting gullible people, unfortunately. It's really sad. We see that in political commentary as well. But yeah, it sounds like this is a person who does a program that is ostensibly about religion, but is really about confirming right-wing conspiracy theories.
Why aren't evangelicals coming out and condemning that kind of conversation and that kind of prayer, right? Why aren't they doing it? Why aren't they condemning it? I wanna know, I wanna know. Why are they citing the name of God or Jesus in the context of that disgusting prayer, discussion, whatever you wanna call it? And why are they so obsessed with the trans community? Why is it the only thing they seem to be thinking about? And more importantly, why does the evangelical community as a whole, with the exception of a few people who have gone rogue, why do they defend everything that Donald Trump has done that is supposed to be against their religious beliefs?
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure for each person there's probably a lot of different reasons, but I think an overly broad answer that probably applies to a lot of people is that Donald Trump represents a lot of things, but at his core, he represents exactly the sort of white grievance identity politics that a lot of conservatives want an avatar for.
Yeah.
They're not really interested in Jesus coming back. They're interested in having a guy that tells them it's okay to feel like everybody's being mean to white people, and secretly you're the best people, and I'm gonna defend you. That's fundamentally it. I mean, she like pretends that it's about religion for her. Nothing of what she was saying was about religion. It's about Trump's domestic political opponents, effectively.
Yep. And not even really his political opponents at this point. It's not like
just even past ones, I guess.
Past ones.